Hey everyone, it's me, Cynthia Ray here. I'm trying to see how this works. I'm using a new system called Ecamm Live, and on our Facebook group page where I send the invitation for today's call, I put a little link there for Ecamm. So I just want for you to let me know if you are here on the call. I'm gonna see if I can get the link to invite you all. Oh, I see myself. Okay, I see myself on Facebook here. All right, so if you are here, when you get here on the call, there's a little link on the post from Facebook where I'm live. Just click on where it says Ecamm under live group call, Q&A, and meal prep. So just click on that Ecamm link, and then you'll grant yourself permission to get in the call and ask questions on the side here. And just let me know once you're in so I can answer your questions. So anyhow, tonight I just wanted to go over let me close some things out here. A few things with you all, getting you ready for this week's cleanse. So my 15-year-old son, has committed to do it along with us. He was been struggling with some breakouts these past few weeks. This light's kind of bugging me. That's over here. My son's been struggling with breakouts, like mostly in his forehead and on his face. And I told him, maybe we should really consider cleansing and getting you squared away with your diet. So he's going to be doing that with us, which I'm excited. So I've committed to do it with him. And usually I cleanse about once or twice. I'm going to move here because this is bugging me. There we go. Usually I cleanse about once or twice a year, depending on what's going on. If I have a specific need or reason to do it, then I will. Like if I, had any medication I was taking, or if I had surgery when I had my kids, I did a cleanse after. Any medications that went in my body, or just lots of stress in my life, is when I tend to do it. So anyhow, welcome to tonight. I don't really see anybody here yet, but once you get on, please click on the link to Ecamm Live. That's right there on this post. You're going to see it says live group call and Q&A Ecamm Live. Click on there to give permissions to Ecamm so that you can join on here and ask questions in the box to the right that'll appear. And then just let me know that you're here. Anyway, this call will be recorded so you can see it later on as well. But I just wanted to open tonight up for questions and answers, and provide any answers that you need to any of the questions that you have for me before we start off this week. But before we do that, I was just going to go over a few things. I have some notes here. As far as meal prep goes and meal planning for this week. So now that you have all of your groceries, or should have all your groceries, or if not, you can go out there and get the things that you need. Once you get your groceries, then you're going to be doing some meal prep or batch prepping. That's the word I used. Batch cooking. There we go. So you're going to be doing some batch cooking, and let me know if you're here on the call. You can click to the right there. You'll see we can make comments and reactions. So let me know if you're here, and that way I can welcome you. So anyway, we're going to be discussing meal prep and batch cooking tonight, and then also answering your questions that you may have about the cleanse, and you can ask them on the little area on the right. You can just type them in, I can respond. So batch cooking. So if you have your groceries already, fantastic. If not, make sure to get them first thing in the morning, and make sure that you have in mind exactly what it is that you want to eat tomorrow morning, because day one and two, but day one first meal is key, so you can get yourself off on the right foot. And even talking about that, I kind of also wanted to discuss with you all the importance of setting an intention. So setting an intention basically means setting up in your mind a statement or a reason or your plan of what you're going to be doing during this cleanse. So for example, you could say, for this cleanse, I'm setting my intention to get healthy, stick with it each day because I know how important it is for me because I need to, like my son said, clear my acne. So make sure you have an intention. Like today, I'm going to focus in on preparing meals, or today I'm going to focus in on bringing meals with me wherever I go, or today my intention will be to plan out my week, or today I'm going to stay focused. So whatever it happens to be, I really highly recommend that each of you set your intention for the day, each day, for the meal, for the cleanse. And the best thing to do is just to do it one at a time. So taking one meal at a time instead of thinking about the whole thing. And if you're new to this, it can be overwhelming, but once you get it down, you really will be used to it. So make sure to set your intention. Know every morning, and I'll reiterate this as we go each day, but set your intention. What is the intention that you want to set for this cleanse, for the whole cleanse? So think about that. And if you have a pen or paper around, I would highly encourage you to get it out and write it down. There's something magical that happens when you put pencil to paper. And you can see it'll really get into your mind and to your heart and stick a little bit better when you write it down on paper. So write down what your intention is. What is your intention for this cleanse? What's your purpose? What are you wanting to do? What do you want to get out of it? And then the other thing I wanted to discuss is your why. So your reason why. And a why, it's so easy to throw it out there. Oh, I just, want to do it because I want to clear medication. Oh, I want to do it because I want to lose a little bit of weight. Oh, I want to do it because I want to start off fresh in the new year, which are all great ideas. But you need to have a why that's strong enough to get you through those times where things get rough, where you really want something that's not cleanse friendly, and you are craving something sweet and you see some brownies, or you're hungry and the only thing available in the office or at home is a sweet treat. And you're like, man, I'm starving. And you really, really have a difficult time resisting something like that. If you have a strong why, it's going to be super easy to not be tempted by things that are not cleanse friendly. For example, let's say your why is, I am just so sick and tired of feeling sluggish and tired and low energy, and these allergies are killing me. I absolutely have to reset my body so I can feel better. Or if it's something more that's emergent, like if I don't do this now for myself, I'm going to spiral into, maybe somebody's, on the border of or pre-diabetic. And if they don't take care of themselves now, then it's going to take them to the next spiral and medication and disease. So really make sure that this why that you have is strong enough to get you over any temptation or bump in the road during this cleanse. So along with your setting your intention, I also want you to create a strong why. Why is it that you need to do this for you? And what is it that's strong enough to get me past any of the rough spots during this cleanse? Because I know I need to do this because I have no other option. I need to do this for me because I need to, whatever it happens to be. So usually things that are superficial, whether it's weight loss or getting fit and healthy, those are good things, but they're not necessarily strong enough to get you through the whole thing 100% successfully. So make sure to take a moment, and I'll even maybe share a video in our group about what it exactly means to have a strong why and how you create one. But I want you to do that before we start so you know exactly what you are intending to do. All right, so that's setting your why, or creating a why and setting your intention. Okay, let's change gears a little bit. So as far as batch cooking goes, for this cleanse, what I highly recommend that you do, and I do as well, is I'll cook batches of food in advance. So always have something ready to grab and go. So for example, I'll batch cook quinoa. So I'll just make a pot of quinoa with my pressure cooker or my rice cooker, pressure cooker, or crock pot. And I'll make a batch. I'll put in a batch of sweet potatoes in my oven and cook them and have them ready to go and ready to grab during the week. I'll also batch cook beans. If you don't have them in a can, you can batch cook a pot of beans. And my pressure cooker is so fast, so I just put everything in there. What else do I batch cook? Let's see, I said beans, sweet potatoes, and brown rice. If you're doing brown rice, you can batch cook those too. Those are things that take preparation and cooking, but if you have them to grab and go, that's easy. Another great grab and go is fresh cut veggies. So I know, like, for my kids, they love having a fresh veggie plate. And I noticed one time I went to the store and I had a get together at my house, and I bought one of those little veggie trays from the grocery store. We had leftovers and I left it out, and my kids gobbled it up. They thought it was the coolest thing. And presentation is a huge deal when it comes to wanting something to eat, even, no matter what it is, whether it's a healthier option or not. Something about presentation is really attractive. So I ended up making my own little veggie tray for my kids, and I just put it out during the day and they grab it with their ranch and munch away. So with veggies, it's really nice to have them pre-cut, or you can buy them that way. You can buy yourself a veggie tray if you want, and just have them to munch on and grab. They're really great with hummus. I like to do that during the cleanse, or I love Mediterranean style food, so I'll do, what's it called? I can't think of the name right now. But I do with hummus, and also with bruschetta is really good. Oh, olive tapenade is really good. So if you have a Trader Joe's near you, you can find a lot of good dips. They have so many good options that are vegan. So that's one idea. So get your veggies prepped and ready to go. If you have fruit is easy. It's easy to grab and go, especially ones that like oranges and apples and bananas. Those things you can carry with you. The other thing that is easy to do is chips. Like I said, some sweet potato chips are really good. And you can do organic, GMO-free tortilla chips with some guacamole. It's one of my favorites. So just giving you some ideas of things that you can have on hand to just grab and go. So for example, my son and I were just talking about our plans for tomorrow. And just to give you an idea, so for tomorrow morning, we're going to do our vegan protein shake with coconut milk and probably some sunflower seed butter. And then the other thing we're going to be doing is for lunch, we're going to be doing the burrito bowls. So we're going to do quinoa with some beans and veggies and salsa and maybe some hot sauce. So those are some of our favorites. And then for afternoon snack, we're probably going to do some fruit. I love fruit with sunflower seed butter. It's so tasty and satisfying. And then maybe, like, if I'm hungry for something sweet, maybe a little piece of 85% dark chocolate that I have. And then for dinner, we're probably going to do our stuffed sweet potatoes or vegan chili. Another good thing you can batch cook is vegan chili. Sometimes people will just make a bunch of that and eat it all week, which is really good too, because it's good for a long time and it lasts a while. And like I said, for eating out, you can eat out. I just like my easy for eating out is getting my veggie burger, lettuce wrapped with sweet potato fries. That's my go-to, and I love getting sparkling water. So that's another option to kind of, spice things up a little bit. And if I'm craving something sweet, I just grab a cup of decaf coffee or some herbal tea. And for me, that really makes a big difference. Or I'll get a banana with sunflower seed butter. So good. Or even just like a grapefruit. It completely satisfies my sweet craving. So for sweet cravings, it's going to take maybe 2 or 3 days to kind of get over. But if you are diligent and have set your intention to, I'm not having anything sugary this week, and you know that in advance, then you're just going to grab something else that you do want instead, if you're hungry. So always making sure that you're eating when you're hungry and stopping when you're satisfied. And that's pretty much the key to all eating, but especially during this cleanse too, to make sure you're getting enough food. All right, so we talked about goal planning. Let's see, what am I missing here? Setting your intention, your why. So just like I said, being ready is super important before you start your day, every day. So it's first going to be kind of easy to, be intentional about it. But every day after that, it might be, I know how to do that. I have a plan, and just kind of go with it. And that's kind of when things get thrown out the window a little or more challenging. So make sure that you have a plan in advance every day. And I'll coach you guys through that this week and remind you of that. So if you have any questions for me, I'm opening this up for questions and I'm here to answer them. If I see one person might be on the call, but I'm not sure who it is. Let's see. So if you have any questions for me, and if you are watching this recorded and not live, please post your questions on the comment section of this post, and then I can answer them either in another video or typed out in our group. So let's see. I may be the only one here. Anyway, no worries. And I know everybody's busy on a Sunday night getting everything set up, but I am so excited for you all, by the way. This is a huge step. And I know you might have heard this before, but I always like to keep in mind that whenever you're stepping out of your comfort zone, that is pretty much where life really begins. And you start to grow and have opportunities to grow and really start learning about yourself and learning about new challenges and things you're going to discover. And just you're going to find so many more foods that are available in your life that you didn't realize were, because you are trying something new and forced to focus on specific foods and eliminate others. So this particular program is going to extend into other areas of your life because of your intentionality in what you're eating. You're going to find you're going to be more intentional in everyday life as well. So, all right. Hey, Diane. So she says, what is the purpose of the fast? So technically we're not fasting, we're cleansing, which is a good question. So fasting is what I think of as fasting is eliminating something from your life, and it doesn't have to be food, but anything in your life in order to focus on other areas of your life. So for cleansing, what we're doing is just giving our bodies an opportunity to clear out any toxins in our system that we need to clear out. And like I said before, toxins are stored up in our fat cells along with water, and those toxins build up in our system and they can wreak havoc in our bodies because, like it says, it's toxic. So they're toxic. So it's going to circulate in your body. They're going to cause a variety of symptoms. Number one, fatigue, body aches, low energy, impaired immune system. You're going to get sick easily. Like I said, tired easily. Sometimes people have breakouts. People have constipation, just bowel issues overall. Hair, skin, and nails are compromised because of the toxins. Let's see what else. There's so many others. Allergies. Some people experience, allergy symptoms. I know for me, touching my nose, I experience breakouts in my nose when I have rich dairy products. So like creamy type things. Unfortunately, I love creamy things, like cheeses or creamy desserts, things like that. I notice over time that I break out my nose. So what you're going to do is you're going to find out exactly what it is in your body. Once we start reintroducing food gradually, you're going to notice, oh, wow, when I start eating nuts again, I kind of feel sleepy. Or when I have something sweet, it feels really strong. It seems something it's way more strong than I've ever experienced it before. Or bringing caffeine back in, like, whoa, I'm kind of a lightweight. Or alcohol. And sometimes too, people even bring wheat back in their diet and realize, wow, or even dairy and wheat have the same issue, but usually they cause stuffiness in the nose or congestion or dripping. And so people might find out, wow, when I was cleansing, my sinuses were clear and I wasn't sneezing or sniffling or stuffy. And when I brought it back in, those symptoms are coming up again. So you're just going to find some things that your body responds to food, even though you don't realize it did. You're going to start realizing that it does, and then make it an effort or make it a point to keep those things out of your diet. So anyhow, thank you, Diane, for that great question. If you have more questions for me, let me know on this post, like I said, and I will be happy to answer them for you. And like I said, this is an amazing experience. I'm so excited for you guys. I am committed to doing this with you too. And we can share our journey along the way and all the challenges and successes. Oh, one of the things I didn't mention is that this cleanse is not about weight loss. that's just one side effect. This cleanse is about taking care of you from the inside out, and just coming in to freshen yourself up, like showering. You know, if you didn't shower for a long time, you would have a lot of buildup of dirt. So this is the opportunity to help our bodies naturally cleanse themselves, by the way. But this is a way, sometimes they get so built up, it gets gunked up. But this is a way to help our bodies to do what it's supposed to do, but in a more efficient way. So, okay, so Diane says, where do I find the recipes and shopping list? So that is within the Facebook group. I posted them earlier today. If you scroll down when we're done here, you'll find the links to the grocery list and the meal plan and the cleanse manual. And I can repost them again here if you'd like as well. And then you can get your shopping going. Okay. All right, so I think that is it for now. That's all I had to share. Oh, but I was just talking about, yeah, so weight loss isn't the primary thing. We're primarily looking to clear your body out, feel fresh, healthy, and vibrant all over again. So anyway, look forward to doing this with you and watching the progress we make together and all of these amazing stories of triumph that we're going to be sharing at the end of this. So anyway, hope you guys have a fantastic evening and get ready for day 1 tomorrow morning. I'll see you here in the group. I'll be posting tomorrow morning and I'm excited to get this going. So know what you're going to be eating tomorrow morning and tomorrow at lunch and dinner. And we got this. Talk to you soon. Bye. Let's see how I turn this on.